Jan, how you feeling?
No idea. Basically, okay, I had in mind this line can occur today, and I thought that this bishop e3 is a very tricky move.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, after queen, I think queen e5.
Bring the board up here so everyone.
Yeah, I think queen e5 is an accuracy.
Okay.
But I mean, okay, because I studied this line as black a little bit, yeah, because okay, it was one of my obviously one of the lines I was working before the match. Yeah, somehow it turned out that what he did was quite reasonable, and I thought like maybe I'm winning the pawn on c4, but I could never find a way. So well, maybe that's just not good enough for white.
Well, was that part of your strategy? Because when you had the white piece against Dingley Ren, you just kind of killed the game, and here against Rajab, did you just want a safe position that you could play for 2 results?
Well, obviously, like considering tournament situation, I don't think I'm in a position to take some major risk. But anyway, I was trying to pull something out of the opening, and it seemed to me that I did. But once again, but yeah, it has to be analyzed. Maybe I just misread something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jan, were you more proud of some of your wins or the way that you defended against Fabiano in that difficult position? You had much less time. What are you most satisfied with so far in this tournament?
Most satisfied that it's only like 4 rounds to go. Yeah,
Right.
that's the only thing which like really warms my heart. Yeah, 4 extremely difficult games, but I mean still, yeah. But on a serious note, speaking of the games, I think I can't say like it's only about luck. Yeah, okay, that I managed to win some games also. I mean, of course, it was very important to have a good start. Like beating Dink with black pieces was like quite something. But in general, I'd say that it's maybe it's not the time to choose. Not yet the time to choose the game or something. Yeah, so it's yet some more games to play.
Well, as you said, the first game against Ding went perfectly for you, and now it seems like Ding is finding his form a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So when you,
but I'm not playing him.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say,
That's, yeah.
When you look down the stretch, of course, there's no specific opponent that you have in mind, but how much do you and your tournament standing in first place look at these other players and see this player's on fire? I'm glad I already finished with him, or do you not care who your opponent is?
I think everybody can suddenly come up with some great game and be on fire, because all players here are extremely talented, extremely strong, and I believe somehow I thought like before my game with young Krzysztof, I thought like he was showing very very nice chess, and yeah, to me it came as a surprise that okay, he suffered so few bad games in a row, but I guess now maybe he's doing doing fine. Yeah, maybe now he's doing fine. But in general, once again, yeah, it's not like someone is clearly out of form. So despite the score, it's still very much is left behind the curtains.
Mm-hmm. Jan, maybe there's no answer to this question, and the answer is both. Do you think it's more important to be extremely well prepared or fresh and not fatigued when you come to the game? How do you manage your time after the round to make sure that you're both prepared and you come to the board fresh?
It doesn't matter how do I manage. I can't come fresh. Yeah, that doesn't work. I mean, yeah, I mean seriously, but of course, when you, I would say, repeat one line, for example, okay, let it be, I don't know, for example, Petrov, yeah, like every day before every game with black pieces. So maybe after 3 or 4 games, you already more or less show that you won't forget everything. So you can maybe skip a little bit of preparation. Yeah. So longer the tournaments last, of course, the fresh mind, it comes to the front, the front row, I would say.
Well, you're talking about being fresh. What'd you do on your rest day?
Basically, I'm spending my rest days in my bed. So that's I'm okay. Surely, going to for some long walk, but also just on a rest day, I try to rest and let's say no touristic facilities so far.
One more question about experience level. You're obviously very experienced. You have a world championship match under your belt. Several candidates. Do you think experience plays a big role in the candidates? And on that note, do you think somebody like Ali Reza is experiencing a lot of problems with nerves, or is that not as important as your play? This is just, another tournament.
But what do you mean several candidates? It's like several, for example, this you can better say this about like Fabiano, for example. He has several. I mean, 1, 2, then several. Yeah.
Well, not many people have a world championship match. Under their belts.
World championship is quite a thing also. But for example, Fabiano also has it. No, but I'd say this also helped me a lot in the last edition, in the previous edition that I spent I think 2 previous candidates as a commentator, so I was like watching it really closely, and I understood like which is the most common problem. Like looking at some specific players, I would say yes. So it's like they're playing brilliantly, but still they can't maybe stick to the plan. Yeah, at some point. Yeah. So I mean, in general, as I said it like maybe 2 years ago or something, it's very important. Try not to lose. So if you don't lose, okay, this is surely going all right. But yeah.
Wait, so you said doing commentary helps your chess? Is that what you're saying?
I haven't done commentary for quite some time. Yeah. So and still I consider like I have some progress. Yeah, but I would say that back then, like during the commentary, I really spent quite a lot of time like working on chess. Yeah, like working some specific lines. Okay, just checking this line live with the engine and analyzing, checking some games, which I probably wouldn't do so if I would be just like some guy from the audience. So it was like some kind of a trick to get over my laziness. Yeah.
I need to learn from you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have one more question for Jan, and I gotta ask this: do you care at all about Magnus's comments, or have you sort of put that out of your mind and you'll cross that bridge if you get there, kind of thing?
Well, it's actually Danny already asked me this. I said, okay, first Danny, then Daniel. Who gonna be next? Yeah. So while the tournament is going on, yeah, I think like there is. I mean, anything can happen, and the result can be. So when I see the final, standings, yeah, the cross table, then okay, I would already think about some other aspects. But for now, I think it's the last thing I should do.
And I saw you looking at the monitor, looking probably at Fabiano Caruana's game. Any quick thoughts on his game before we let you go and get your rest?
So far, it's so good for white, but it's still very complex, I think. But the problem with this knight on e5, yeah, it will never get into play. But I think maybe white can just go for something. Okay, king h1, I didn't understand the move at first, but maybe he just wants h4 and knight g5, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe defend f2.
So maybe
first.
Yeah, just some rook e2 move for now. I would say like to defend on f2 and play on calmly. But yeah, I believe maybe Fabiano played this line, quite ambitiously.
Do you think he played it because Duda's been struggling, and against somebody else he would have chosen different stuff?
Okay, probably the tournament situation says this. Yeah, like okay, Duda has not so much points, and he wasn't doing great, especially last few games. But once again, so far, it's hard to say who is playing, which color. Yeah, so like white is playing in a very solid way.
Yeah. Well, Jan, we thank you for coming to the studio. Great performance
it.
thus far. Keep it up, and hopefully see you in the studio again.
Thank you.
Good luck, Jan.
Thank you.
Enjoy your rest.